Well, good morning to you, Mission Control. Today is going to be welding day. Now, before I get started, I wanted to share with you, I read your guys' comments, and I'm so grateful for everyone who's put on their good constructive comments, even if they're of the Jeff, hey, you messed this up type. Really do read them, really do take them seriously. And one thing that I'm taking very seriously is the idea of taking the sheet metal out and having a pro take care of it. So yesterday I actually drove around town. For me, driving around town means coming out of the mountains and going into town and going all over the place. And went to two different welders that are in the area, called another that we only really have three in our region, which is about a 2-hour radial, or 2-hour diameter, 2 hours from side to side here of the circle, if you will. I'm still waiting to hear back from one. I actually sent them the drawings. They're the most professional one, and I'm hoping to hear back from them today. And then I also drove over to another one yesterday and showed them the tank, the fish tank that I made, and they were very hesitant, which is kind of one of the things that I thought that they would be. They didn't want to commit to anything. They wanted me to bring in the metal, and then they're going to give it a try, and we'll see how one goes and go from there. That did not give me a ton of confidence. I do see all the comments regarding you should have folded it, you should use a brake and folded it. Hindsight being what it is, yeah, you're probably right. But I didn't. And now we have all the stainless steel, so we're going to use it because money is money, and wasting a bunch of stainless steel seems like a really bad idea to me. Silicone is definitely an option. I could end up just doing it myself, tack welding everything and using silicone to hold the seams together to avoid the needing to do the multiple welds. That's probably actually a halfway decent option if we don't get any good responses. All that said, again, those are all things that you guys have brought up, and I just wanted to acknowledge that I do listen to you guys, and you're helping in this journey. We're not so far behind real time now. These videos, today is Wednesday, what is it, 12th of August? 12th of August. So you guys are pretty real time here. I just want to let you know that. Today, so the game plan, what we're going to do, we're going to shift game plans. So our original game plan was for me to build up an entire tower and make sure everything works right, but because of the complexities of the welding situation that we have for the tanks, there's about 7 tanks and 4 bases that are stainless steel sheet welding. I think I might be able to handle the bases now that I got the spot welding kind of figured out, so that might be one I can do myself. We'll hopefully I get some good responses back. They're also about $75 an hour for these guys to do work. So what is that? Each one takes about, let's say 24 times 75. Oh wow, yeah. So that's really expensive to have them do the work. 24 hours worth of work, probably not. It'd probably be for them. Probably be 8 hours worth of work for one. That's $600 for that tank. That doesn't include taxes and everything. So. We'll find out what the responses are. But either way, we're going to shift our game plan, and right now I'm going to go start the welding process of all the frames because I'm very comfortable with that. My biggest challenge there is deciding if I want to use TIG or MIG as I do that, because I've been able to successfully weld with both of them. I think I'm going to try to start off with TIG because it leaves a lot less grinding that's needed. We also have to get the plasma table set up because of the mistake I made in my cut sheet. We talked about that in a previous video. It's something where I took the wrong length, if you will. So now I need to cut holes into certain tubing, and we won't do that. That's a red line. It's an official red line. We won't be doing that in the future. We'll have them built correctly. So I need to get out there, and it's a little cold today. Actually, we went from like 80, 90 degree weather down. It's about 50. What is it? 59 degrees Fahrenheit outside right now. Quite a shock to the system, actually. So put my long sleeve welding shirt on, and we'll get out there, and I won't be complaining about being warm today or being too hot. So let's go ahead and get out there and get to work. I need tunes though. this has been a good day's worth of work. As you can see, I got all 3 of the base outer structures welded, cut and welded. A few cuts I had to make. And what we got tomorrow, we got to actually put there's 2 cross members, so 2, 4, 6 that go into this. You can see the one that's completed over there to your right. Some lessons learned so far. Obviously, when you do something in sequence, you just get faster at it. And man, towards the end, I was banging these things out. Even doing the plasma cuts on the tops and the bottom, they started going a lot faster. Still have to file all that out though, so that's going to be fun. But shouldn't be as bad as what it was before. I'm hoping tomorrow I can get all the frames done. I'm going to leave the sheeting off, and then I'm going to move to the next deck, which is 2 of these get in a fish tank. So we'll build those tanks, just the frame, which will hopefully go pretty fast, hopefully, knock on wood. And then we'll start building all the decks. And once I get all the decks built, then I'll start considering the sheet metal. Got some bad news today on the sheet metal. The most professional company that I went to, which is a stainless steel sheet metal welding company. It doesn't get any more stainless steel sheet metal welding than that. They said no to this project because it's just too hard to weld 24 gauge. But I think that might be a blessing in disguise, because when you look at their hourly rate, $65 to $75 per hour, like we talked about earlier, it's just so high that after I've been doing this, and I kind of, you know, when you're welding, you have a lot of time to think. And I was just thinking about it, like most 7 out of the 11, no wait, 1, 2, 3, I'm looking at my drawings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 11 things that need sheet metal welding do not require them to be watertight. They are containers. I'm sorry, they do need to be watertight, but they don't have to be welded watertight because they're not tanks. They're not like the fish tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, these bases, you already see I welded that sheet metal, and now that I know what I'm doing, I think I can do a lot better with spot welds and create a better result than what I did before. So I think I can handle doing all the bases. I think I can handle those, was it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, they're actually the grow areas, the grow volumes. They can probably handle doing that with tack welds, and then we'll just use silicone to get those in place. So that leaves the fish tanks. And I think I'm going to end up probably having to do those too, since nobody wants to take them on. And why pay the money if everyone's like, I don't want to do it, it's going to look like crap, it's, you know, too hard, it's going to take too long, it's going to warp. Like, those are all the things that I had. And these are professional welding places. Anyway, so I did try, and you know what, but I think I did TIG welding today on the side rails. It was just too hard to get the right angle and everything. TIG welding with the MIG, or for the cross members. And quite frankly, I think that would have been unnecessary. These welds actually turned out pretty nice. I also realized I don't need to weld everything. This isn't structural, so stop wasting material and time and just don't weld everything. Weld the parts that need to be welded to maintain structural integrity and move on. So that saved me a lot of welding compared to the first iteration of these. And I learned that as I went. I was like, I just don't need to weld this. So that was good. Overall, a good day. I'm really happy with this day. And before I sign off, I want to show you something. Let me show you how our grow box experiments are doing. The first thing I want to show you is that this is our Alpine strawberry. Its external leaves are doing very well, but it has a new start. So that's fantastic. You can just see it coming out. This is basil. It's germinated and it's starting to come out of the grow media. Unfortunately, our cilantro seeds, I can see them, and they have not even come close to germinating. So I think maybe those seeds are probably bad. But great news on the strawberries and on the basil. So that's really a great sign. I think if we turn this off here for today, I'm going to call it quits. Another thing I did for the MIG welding, I actually switched over to, what is it, 98.2? I believe that's 98% CO2 and 2% argon. And that is the recommended standard. I might have those backwards, but that was the recommended one. Before, I was using Trimix, and man, Trimix was going so fast and it just wasn't doing a good job. Actually, I'm very, very pleased with the results of the 98.2. So got that switched over. Place is starting to feel like a fab shop. Really getting some stuff done. Thanks again to the subscriber who sent me the plasma table. I'd still be here drilling out these parts if it wasn't for you sending me that plasma table. So, sir, thank you. God bless you and your family. We got a good start on the frames today. Grow boxes are growing. Our biggest challenges are still ahead, of course, but you know what? Today is a good day. Today is a good day. So I hope it was a great day for you. Thanks so much, everybody, for following along, keeping track of us as we go. I hope you're having a blessed day. I hope you have a blessed evening. I'm going to go take it easy and have some dinner with Mrs. Martian. And yeah, have a great evening. So thanks for following along. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. And if you really like what we're doing, if you'd like to be a part of this, you can join us on Patreon. In the meantime, this is The Real Martian, out.